What's your last name?
Is this a traffic stop?
Wait a minute, what did I do illegal here?
It's an immigration inspection.
I have all the videos. We've always been stopped up here, bro. I got every video. It's BS.
Okay.
I'm with my son back there, trying to have a good time with my son, take him out.
The more that you want to conceal your identity, right, the higher the suspicion gets. I'm not trying to harass you any longer than I have to.
There's nothing in here, so I don't know unless you're actually searching.
So it's an immigration inspection.
Yeah, we've been stopped already. Did 20 minutes, and there's nothing in the vehicle.
So you know what's delaying this? The failure to identify.
Under the threat of arrest, I will. There's no probable cause. My rights are gone here.
That's that's not. The only one infringing on your Fourth Amendment right now is you. Only a U.S. citizen can be identified arrogant behavior.
Wow, thank you.
I apologize for my friend.
Wow, okay.
What's good, YouTube? It's BBcast back in with another video and another reaction. And in today's video, I had a follower send me this video where he was in Coronado Pass getting harassed by these Border Patrol agents who were just fiending for that ID. These Border Patrol agents were fiending for that ID so bad. And you know what happens when you tell officer no, they act like a straight crybaby. You had one of the Border Patrol agents call one of the guys arrogant all because they couldn't get that ID. I'm gonna watch it, get my reaction. Let me know what y'all think about the comment section. Let's get into the video.
All right, part 3.
Part 3.
Click. It's gonna light us up or what? Every time, dudes. Yeah.
Can you lower all the way, please? You lower this window as well?
What's up?
How's it going, Shed?
Right.
So you made a pretty quick turnaround up there at the pass?
At the pass. You mean when I was parked on top?
Sure.
No, it wasn't pretty quick. I was there for at least 15 minutes.
15 minutes, okay.
At the top?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we got out. We read the little signs.
Okay. All of you were together? And you got out up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Your name, please, sir?
Jeremy?
Jeremy McBride. What's your last name?
Is this a traffic stop?
Wait a minute, what did I do illegal here?
It's an immigration inspection.
Inspection?
Yes, sir.
So I don't need to give up my ID unless I've done a crime.
No, you do have to give me your ID for a reasonable suspicion. Right? So I have reasonable articulable facts that you may have committed a crime. Right? If I had probable cause that you did commit a crime.
I tell you what, man. We honestly, I have all the videos. We've always been stopped up here, bro. I got every video. Yeah, to be honest, you know, and it's BS.
Okay.
I'm with my son back there, trying to have a good time with my son, take him out.
Okay.
All right, it's 9:32. Just to be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
Like we're not bothering anyone. I'm just being straightforward in a positive way, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
it's not a maybe. Just my ID won't tell you, frankly.
no, but
it won't.
Correct.
Because I didn't commit a crime, and just because maybe something happened. I mean, there's no crime. So I didn't do anything wrong. Everything's legit. I'm an American citizen.
Okay. And everybody in the vehicle is a citizen?
Guaranteed, man.
Okay. So you wouldn't mind if we just ran your IDs very quickly?
No.
And then as soon as we do, everything comes back good, then you can be on your way.
No, we mind.
Do you mind? Do you have warrants, or is there another reason why you mind? No. Okay.
No, other than the fact
prolong our
that
investigation, right? I'm not trying to harass you or be here any longer than we need to be. You know, I'm not trying to be.
But we still have our Fourth Amendment right.
I don't mind giving my ID. I don't think my son needs. I don't think my son needs to. You know what I mean? Right. That's just me, man.
Behavior of the vehicle and the proximity to the border, it would be a reasonable search or temporary detainment, right?
No, there's no proximity.
Yes, you're within a mile of the border, and you made a quick turnaround, right?
It wasn't quick. I was there for like 15 minutes. I parked.
Right, so that could be articulated as a quick turnaround. 15 minutes. That's a very. We've had a lot of traffic up there, where people go up the trail there, get into vehicles, correct, right, and then come back down either this side or the east side, right. So that's why we made the stop. I'm not trying to harass you or be here longer than we need to. Do you understand?
You got me here as long as you want, but I mean, basically, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not getting my Fourth Amendment.
Okay. Well, would you mind giving me your name and date of birth would work? You don't have to give me your ID, right?
No, I mean, I still have a Fourth Amendment right to be safe with myself. Like, I didn't commit a crime. This is not even a traffic stop. I didn't commit no crime.
Yes, it's an immigration inspection, sir.
But in an inspection, you can't just pull people over for inspections. It doesn't make any sense.
Sure, with reasonable articulable facts that there may have been immigration crime, right? Due to the proximity of the border, the quick turnaround up there and back. Okay. Do you understand? I'm trying to be as reasonable with you as I possibly can. If you could be reason with me, I'm not trying to. I don't write tickets, right? I'm not going out of my way. I'm not asking to search your whole vehicle. I just want to make sure that everything is kosher here.
Oh yeah, we didn't pick up.
Right, but I don't know this.
How about
I don't know
make a deal
this,
with
right?
you? If I drop my tailgate, let you guys look in there. Will you leave us alone? Because I'm sure that's what you
At
guys
this point,
are
I'm
looking
gonna need everybody's
for.
name and date of birth.
That ain't good.
This officer feeding for that ID so much he starts stuttering.
I'm gonna need everybody's
Oh
name and
no,
date of
see,
birth.
that ain't good. I didn't commit no crime, sir.
That's
Like,
fine. You can run your name, your date of birth, and everybody in the vehicle very quickly, and we can be on our way. Right? The longer we prolong this, I don't want to be here any longer than you do. You understand?
But immigration, even at the checkpoint, it's not an ID thing.
Okay.
It's basically you guys are looking for like illegals or
Correct.
loads.
Correct.
And I would, if I dispelled your suspicion by showing you in the back of my truck.
You could dispel my suspicion now with your name
But
and
my
identification
IDs,
and
my
everybody in the
IDs
vehicle.
will not tell you if there was any kind of crime committed. It
You
would
wouldn't
not.
tell me?
No, my ID wouldn't tell you
Okay.
if there was a crime committed.
Okay. It also let me know of past immigration crimes, right? Which
No
would
crimes.
further suspicion, or it would give me nothing back, which would further alleviate my suspicion. You understand?
I'm sure by just running the license plate, all that information will pop up on the bulletin board. You know.
Sure. Yeah.
You know,
and
guaranteed.
then have
no?
that confirmed, and so on and so forth. Right? I'm not trying to be here any longer than you guys. Right?
So
I understand. I don't like getting pulled over myself.
Do you suspect me of being like undocumented or something?
You?
Because yeah.
I'm not sure, right? You can speak perfect English and not be a citizen,
Oh.
right? As well as everybody in the vehicle. You could look a certain way, and I don't go that deep into it, right? I'm not trying to profile like that. So if I could get your name, your date of birth, and everybody in the vehicle as well, we could run your names, your date of birth, and you could be on your way. Unless you have a warrant or something that you're worried about, I don't know what to tell you.
No, I even have a fingerprint clearance card. Like I am. No, it's. Yeah, he's a kid.
You said that's your son?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, immigration checkpoint. Like we've been.
We're not at a checkpoint, sir.
We-
We're on a stop right now. I'm temporarily detaining you.
We've been stopped up here
due to
100
the facts
times.
that I just explained.
Been
You've been
stopped up here 100 times on
It's
this.
because of the proximity of the border.
Yeah,
and
but I've
the
never
neighborhoods.
even been asked for my ID. I've been asked to look in the back of the truck,
Okay.
and I've always obliged to that.
Well, everybody does things different, right?
Yeah, but my ID is
So
not going to.
I would prefer to err on the side of caution. Correct.
But my ID is not going to tell you anything, sir. It really isn't.
Well,
I have a Fourth Amendment.
Then why do you have
if
such a?
if you're committing, if you suspect me of committing a crime,
I gave you my reasonable, articulable
But-
suspicion
but that-
and facts.
That
right?
wasn't a crime, though.
No. If I had probable cause of a crime, you'd be under arrest right now.
But you're detaining me.
I am temporarily detaining you
Yes.
due to the reasonable, articulable facts that I just explained. Your proximity to the border, the behavior up there, the quick turnaround.
Okay.
And now you're prolonging the situation simply because you don't want me to find out your identification.
Okay, I got one question.
Yes, sir.
If I don't show you my ID, will I be arrested?
So there is a possibility that I would have to take you back to the station to confirm your identity.
So I would
right?
be arrested.
So all you have to do is give me your name
I just
and
need
date of birth.
a yes or a no. If I won't
That's
give
up
you
to my
ID,
discretion, right? It's up to my discretion.
I
What
just
did you
need
say
an
your name was?
answer. I said my name is Jeremy.
Jeremy, and your last name?
I'm not giving an answer.
And why would you
under
not-
a threat of arrest, I will.
Okay, I'm not threatening to arrest you.
Yeah.
Either
Okay.
way, even if I detained you, it would take such a long time, right? We're an hour away from the station.
Sure. But I don't understand what you suspect me of still.
Say again?
I still don't understand what you suspect me of. You still haven't said it.
I just-
Parking up there is not a crime. I don't understand the
No,
crime.
it's not a crime, right? You're not under arrest for committing a crime as of right now, right? You're being temporarily detained due to my reasonable, articulable facts that there may have been an immigration violation. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole. That's the authority for this stop.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something real quick?
Absolutely.
So when I ride with other law enforcement officers, you know,
Yes, sir.
on a ride along,
Yeah.
if I'm correct, you should, you know, Border Patrol is something serious, you know, Homeland Security and all that with everything going on. Okay, so let's just say you ran his license plate. If I'm right, DMV, his picture should pop up, and then you should be like, well, that is the person you're talking to right now.
I can't get into all the details of it, but sure, we could check it against the identification that he gives me and against the registration. Absolutely.
Because, you know, I would think that just by running the license plate, his picture would just make it easier for you, you know, and just like, hey, you know, all right, the picture pops up, his name, and there, you know.
Yeah. Sure. Absolutely. It would make it extremely easy if I just got everybody's name and date of birth, and I could just run you through the system.
No, I don't mind,
Nope.
but my son, I'm not gonna, you know, entitle my son to, you know, say, hey, you know, at an age like this, like,
Yeah. And how old is your son?
16.
16? Okay.
You know, and Harley gets out, spending some time on the weekend, and just like,
Absolutely.
you know, and like I said, for me, this has just been an everyday thing on weekends when we come out
When you
here,
come down to the border?
yeah, or you know, around here, and it's just like being stopped, you know,
Yeah.
and it's never during the daytime, but it's nighttime, you know,
Yes.
and I feel like if it's that much serious about the border events of what's happening around the community, then it should even not even apply just at night, but even during the day. You know what I mean? But it's always at nighttime, you know. And I was just stopped last week, and with him, I was stopped before.
At 410 Armstrong Avenue. If anyone can back the sheriff up.
Yes, sir. I'm extremely empathetic, right? And right, I
They
think,
so hungry for that ID, they're ignoring that shooting call.
yes, sir. I'm extremely empathetic, right? And right, I think I explained enough why it is that we're doing what we're doing, and how quickly I would also like to have you on your way, right? I don't want to harass you. I'm not going out of my way to pull people over, right? You were called out because of your quick turnaround up there, and 15 minutes classifies as a quick turnaround, right? 15 minutes, somebody pulls, parks, waits, people jump in the vehicle, and they leave. Do you understand where we're coming from? Okay, so if you could just let me identify you, run you through the checks real fast, make sure everything is copacetic, right? Unless you have warrants, which, you know, maybe you do. If they're non-extraditable warrants, if they're from another state, most of the time they don't even extradite you, right? So I don't understand the problem with allowing me
Fourth
to.
Amendment. I mean, you know, I understand my
Yes.
right somewhere.
Yes.
So I mean, under the threat
But is
of
this
arrest, I
is
would
this
do
the
it.
hill right here, sir?
Well, it's just so
I'm very
many.
empathetic to the Fourth Amendment, right?
It's so many times we've been stopped here. I mean, like, I remember we came out here one
Well,
night,
I've
we
never
got
stopped
stopped twice in one night.
In one day.
And we're like, we're going to Sunnyside.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
where
have a
we're
criminal history, sir?
No, I have a fingerprint clearance card.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. It means I passed all the FBI background checks
Okay.
here to get that. It's
Okay,
for a
so-
state license for real estate reasons.
Okay, so if I ran you through the system, you wouldn't have
No warrant. No.
no warrants, no criminal history.
I have a great job in service. Though.
Okay, so
Like,
then what is the problem with allowing
Fourth
me to
Amendment?
to run
Really,
you?
it's because I could see if I looked Hispanic or I spoke bad English. Or,
Well, you don't have to be Hispanic to be an illegal
there's-
immigrant,
because
right?
there's cameras
You could be
in-
from Russia. You could be from Eastern Europe.
Because
you
there's
could be-
cameras on top of that hill that would have seen everything.
Say again?
There's cameras on top of that tower
Correct.
that would have seen everything.
Yes, that's
From the moment we got there to the moment we left,
okay.
it would have
If
said.
they don't see everything, but they did see you go up there and turn around. So that's actually who contacted me. So then I'm obliged to then do my job and due diligence and make sure everything's copacetic here.
I only will
understand?
under the threat of arrest, though.
Only under threat of arrest?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will.
You won't give me your name and date of birth?
No, sir, not only under the threat of arrest. I will.
Okay.
If you say you're going to take me, I'll give it to you.
Say again?
If you say you're going to take me, I'll give it to you.
Okay, well, I can't threaten to arrest you when I haven't figured out whether or not, when I don't have probable cause for a crime. So I'm not going to threaten to
Correct.
arrest you
Okay.
without
see,
probable cause
Exactly, and that's where my Fourth Amendment goes.
against unreasonable searches and seizures. Yes, sir. I'm very well aware.
Yeah, and you just said you don't have probable cause.
I do not have
That's why
probable
you-
cause. If
yeah,
I
so
had
you
probable
would arrest
cause,
me.
you would be under arrest. Right now, I have
Exactly.
reasonable suspicion. That's the whole reason for the stop. reasonable suspicion. Now you can alleviate my suspicions very easily. We could have been on our way 10 minutes ago, and everything would have been copacetic, right?
And alleviating
the more that you want to conceal your identity, right, the higher the suspicion gets. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to harass you any longer than I have to.
I don't want to have to harass you anymore. It's just wild.
I'm not trying to harass you any longer than I have to.
You guys would be, I would think you guys would be wanting to look in my truck. Because if you think I went up there for like people or, you know, bales of something, like you would want to look in the truck. That, and I've always been,
I would much prefer.
I always let you guys look.
Yeah.
But I never want to
sure
give up my
greatly
Fourth
appreciate
Amendment. I'd never given up my Fourth Amendment, but
Okay.
I always let you guys look.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
So we can get.
I mean, it's,
You never gave me your last name, did you, sir?
No, sir.
Mr. Jeremy?
No.
Just your first name?
it's just my first name.
And, yeah.
Because
Do you have an
I
ID on
saw
you,
the
sir?
Fourth Amendment. I know what you guys are doing. I know you guys
Yeah,
are
that's
looking
not all
for
at the house, to be
illegal
honest with you.
punching.
No
worries.
Down.
Or, yeah,
You know, most
we
guys'
look
wallets
for
are in the
things of
back
that
pocket,
nature, right?
just to be honest.
And I'm always like,
Would you be willing to give your name?
you know,
date of
I'm
birth?
always like,
Johnny Parker.
since I have a cover on this one, my other truck you can see it.
Uh-huh.
You know, but once people look, they always leave. I'm like,
Yeah, some agents, right, they want to be really quick with it. They want to be as fast as possible, right? I want to be a little bit, do my due diligence just a little bit more, so because I don't want anything to leave on my watch that maybe shouldn't have, and that goes on to harm other innocent people. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That's all I want to do. If I could have identified everybody in the vehicle 10 minutes ago, and everything was good, nobody had any warrants,
but
everybody
this
be
is
on
like,
their way.
this is like an ID check, like stop, like we're
It
you
is.
know,
Yes, sir.
Germany or
You're
something,
temporarily
like,
detained.
like stop, give me your papers. You know, you didn't do anything wrong. I don't have no probable cause to arrest you.
No, I have reasonable articulable facts to
Yes.
temporarily detain you. Right?
If you
understand
say
how that
so,
works?
if you say so, I didn't do anything wrong just because I parked somewhere.
I'm not searching without your permission. I'm not seizing you any longer than I have to. This is temporary detainment based on reasonable articulable facts. I explained to you why it is that we did what we did, why it is we're doing what we're doing, right? I feel like I've been pretty decently reasonable with
Yeah.
you. If you could just return the favor, I would just like to identify everybody in the car now, and everybody could be on their way.
This is crazy. This, I mean,
And I apologize that this happens to you quite often. It's
happens
a very
all the
heavily
time.
trafficked area,
You know,
especially as of late, especially on top of the pass there.
I mean,
So a lot of people have gotten away up on the pass recently, and so that's why the extra due diligence for quick turnarounds up there. Can you understand that?
Well, I understand what you guys are doing, but you also got to do it within the law.
Yes, sir.
'Cause
Yes, sir. And I've
I've-
explained to you how it's within the law.
I lived in this town for 40 years.
Yes, sir.
And
What town? Where'd you live?
Sierra Vista.
Sierra Vista. Okay.
40 years.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm a superintendent. I run dozens and dozens.
I'm not
This
not
ain't-
attacking your character. I'm not accusing you of anything specific at the moment. You understand? I'm trying to be as reasonable
But my
with you as
ID
possible.
doesn't do anything.
Say again.
My ID does not, well, doesn't tell you anything.
It'll tell me if you're the lawful registered owner of the vehicle. It'll tell me if you have warrants. It'll tell me if you have past criminal history, right? It'll tell me all of those things.
This is crazy. Like, I offer to let you guys look to dispel anything, because that's,
Yes, and I appreciate it.
if being up there doesn't constitute my ID. I mean, it's, I see, I understand. Okay,
Going up to the pass and turning around fast, there's nothing illegal about it, right? I'm not saying that you did anything illegal as of this moment. It is the behavior, right? Nobody, criminals, right? All of their behavior is perfectly legal up until the point where they commit the crime, right? So all we have to go on is reasonable articulable facts and suspicion that there may have been a crime committed, right? I would like you to alleviate my suspicion that a crime may have been committed just by simply identifying everybody in the vehicle, and we could be out of here in no time. You understand?
well, I
And I
understand.
appreciate you allowing us to look in the trunk as well.
I'm allowing that, absolutely.
Say again?
Absolutely. If you guys want to drop it, it's unlocked. You can drop the tailgate and look in
Okay.
it. I mean, I don't care. I didn't even have to get out for that. But you are more than welcome to do that. I just, giving up my ID is my Fourth Amendment. And
I
stand
understand.
on my
Yes,
Fourth
I understand,
Amendment.
and you want to take a stand on that. I do understand.
I stand on
but-
my Fourth Amendment.
But
If I
can you
didn't-
reason with me and understand where we're coming from as well?
Yeah, and you guys could look to spell anything like that. But my ID doesn't, you know, I'm still an American citizen. I still have the Fourth Amendment,
Absolutely.
you know, and if, like I said, if under the threat of arrest, I will do it.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to threaten to arrest you without probable cause of a crime.
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
So I just wanted you to
Yep.
reason with me.
Yep.
That is, he stated that that's his son, 16 years old, and I believe he.
Gotta stand on your rights, bro. Oh, you gave your ID?
I don't have mine.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
What'd you give him?
He just asked for my name.
Oh, you gave me your name?
Yeah. But I didn't give him the address or anything. So I don't know unless you're actually searching.
So it's an immigration inspection.
Yeah.
That's what we're here.
Because of the proximity to the border, we have a right.
Yeah. And
To-
we've been stopped
to
already a good
identify you?
20 minutes and there's nothing in the vehicle.
It has been 20 minutes.
Yeah, it has. My timer's right here.
So
It's been video recording. It's been 20 minutes, man. If you look at my camera, 20 minutes and 58 seconds.
okay, so you know what's delaying this? The failure to identify.
I already did. So I don't know. I don't see what's the problem
Do you
with
have an
me.
identification?
I already.
See, as an immigration inspection. you
I'm
have to
already
confirm that
done.
everybody in
Talk
this
before you
vehicle
start
is
jumping
a
on
US
me.
citizen,
Before you start
sir.
jumping on me,
You're
ask your
crossing
partner
the border.
We're
if
not
you got my
jumping on
name.
anybody.
He got my name already, so I don't see how
Okay,
no.
your name and your date of birth is not an identification
I'll
card,
take his
right?
name and date of birth.
You know.
But
Mr.
if
Jeremy?
we can get,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll take it. If you're willing to give me your name and date of birth, full name.
Under the threat of arrest, I will.
Okay.
But there's no probable cause. I can't even believe.
No, I said
Just
there was
because
no
I parked
problem.
on top of the.
let me explain something.
So my rights are gone here.
That's not true.
Well,
So-
you're just saying
so
that
We're not
immigration
going
thing.
to arrest you unless we have probable cause to arrest you.
Correct.
All we have to have is reasonable suspicion, and as of an immigration violation.
Like
so
a
we need
terrorist
to
stop.
confirm that this is not a terrorist stop.
A terrorist stop
terrorist
is for
stop.
weapons, sir. A
That's
terrorist stop would be me pulling
No,
you out
it's
of the
a
car
con-
because I believe that you have weapons and that you are a threat to me. And then I'd be disarming you. That's a terrorist stop. Terry v. Ohio, sir. I do it.
this is an immigration inspection,
Yeah.
and the United States Supreme Court has ruled that we need reasonable suspicion to pull you over, and based off of the proximity to the border and other reliable information, this agent had reasonable suspicion to pull you over, and now we need to confirm that everybody in this vehicle is a U.S. citizen. The only thing that's delaying that is your refusal for us to confirm that you're a U.S. citizen. The only way we have to do that at this point is by date of birth or an ID to run the ID and confirm that everybody in this vehicle is a U.S. citizen.
I've never in my life, in 40 years of living in Sierra Vista, demand to give up my ID. I did nothing wrong. Reasonable suspicion is not me parking.
You said I could take a look in the.
In the bed? Yeah.
Yeah.
You could drop the tailgate.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
But I mean,
The-
my ID is not going to say if there was a crime committed here. If there was a crime committed
No,
anywhere.
what your ID is going to confirm for us is that you're a U.S. citizen. And before you say, do you look like you're not a U.S. citizen? There are plenty of people in the United States that look just like you that are not U.S. citizens. And the agent very politely has asked you numerous times, all we have to do is confirm the citizenship of the individuals in this vehicle, sir.
How's it going, sir?
And the United
What's your name?
States Supreme
He already
Court
got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
in Bignone,
Okay.
He came back in and got it.
has given us the
Okay.
authority
And your date of birth
to
as well?
pull this
Yeah,
vehicle
12/20/73.
over
Okay.
under
And you don't have any warrants that you know of?
No.
the
Okay. And you said this is your son in the back seat?
everybody in this vehicle.
And you don't want to give me his name or nothing?
No.
Okay.
It's just young, but I mean I figure as an adult, So I mean,
That's crazy.
I've never in my life. JOHNNIE Parker PARKR 122073.
Okay.
We're not saying you're
36,
committing a
36,
crime, sir.
97
We're saying
South
that we
Finch
need to
Circle in
verify
Sierra
that
Vista
you're
and
a US
Golden Acres.
Sierra
So you
Vista as
guys
well?
can pull over anyone
Okay.
you want and ask for ID.
All right. Yeah, I don't like making traffic stops this long, right? And I'm absolutely empathetic to people asserting their
Reasonable
rights.
suspicion.
I don't
Why
care.
are you
Yeah,
apprehensive
if you have a
about
criminal history or he has a
showing
criminal history,
identification
that's
for
fine.
individuals
If there's
in
warrants,
the
as long as they're not extraditable, can't do
No.
anything
Because
about
the
it.
only one infringing on your Fourth Amendment right now is you.
But yeah,
Is it like,
It's over 2,000.
I mean, it's like different rights, I guess, for different people
You
here.
just get me with you, so I need every contact.
Only a U.S. citizen would be that fucking arrogant and ignorant.
Wow, thank you.
I apologize for my friend.
Wow,
here,
okay.
sir.
Okay.
And I apologize for having this take so long, right? If I was trying to meet you in the middle,
I know.
if you could see where I'm coming from, right? I would have loved to have had you on your way 3 minutes after I stopped you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I understand what you guys are doing.
I've
And
never stopped you personally
That's
before.
why I want you guys to look,
Absolutely.
just to dispel that.
Yes.
But I just wanted my Fourth Amendment right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm very empathetic to that. Yes. As of this moment, you're going to be free to go. We have something else.
Okay.
that
All
we
right.
have
Thank
to
you, sir.
attend to.
All right.
Absolutely.
You have a great night, sir.
You as well.
What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Glennon.
Glennon.
Yes, sir. And I'm
Okay.
out of the Sonoida station.
Spice station. Okay.
Yes, sir. Is there anything else you need?
No, I'm good.
Okay. You have a good one.
Take,
I already looked.
make sure you have a picture of the license plate.
And that's the end of that video. My take on that. Just in the beginning, you having this first officer coming, he was already hungry for that ID, but you wouldn't think it wouldn't get no worse than that.
At this
guys are
point, I'm
looking
gonna need everybody's
Oh
name and
no!
date of
See,
birth.
I didn't commit no crime.
You know he wanted that ID band when he started stuttering. And then when that lady border patrol officer came, you could just hear how much of a tyrant she was.
So you know what's delaying this? The failure to identify.
I already did. I'm already done. Talk before you start jumping on me.
Your name and your date of birth is not an identification
I'll
card,
take his
right?
name and date of birth.
You know,
But if we can get
Like she just started jumping on the passenger for no reason. And then when she walks away, she wants to call him arrogant. That's how you know her feelings got hurt.
only a U.S. citizen would be that arrogant and ignorant.
Wow. Thank you.
I apologize for my friend.
Wow.
Here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, she was hurt. But that's my take on it, though. Let me know what y'all think about the comment section. How you feel about these guys getting pulled over by the Border Patrol agents, all because they were fiending for that ID. You having the first officer, he was fiending so bad that he started stuttering. But then whenever this lady Border Patrol officer came in, she was just being a straight tyrant. You could just hear it in her voice how mad she was that they wasn't giving up their ID. And then whenever she was walking away, she wants to call that guy arrogant, all because she got in her feelings. That's my take on it, though. Let me know what y'all think about the comment section. Make sure to like, subscribe, and y'all have a wonderful day.